All right, well, it's a great time to be a Lloydminster Bobcat. They've won 4 games in a row. They took all 3 games on the weekend or on their homestand, and yeah, looking pretty good. I like to think that I am the reason for the success. I've been watching their games. I'm pretty sure the team would probably have other. I'm pretty sure the team has other ideas.
I will say this: if you were the reason, they're in serious trouble coming up. You know what? Matt Schumont also talks about some serious troubles. Because you know what, although the Cats are rolling of late, head coach Gary Van Herway still believes there's a lot of work that needs to be done.
The Bobcats extended their winning streak to 4 games this past weekend, and during this recent run, 3 of those wins have gone into overtime.
If there's a positive in the overtime games, characters came through, and different guys on different nights have found a way to win. But we certainly don't want to put ourselves in that situation where we allowed Drayton Valley to get out of here with a point tonight. That could be a very vital, very important point down the road.
We're a solid team, but sometimes we take time or periods off and allow teams to get back into the game. But we somehow find a way. We're a little luck, a little hard work, and we get the win.
Over the last 2 games, the Bobcats have allowed a total of 37 shots on net, doing a great job of getting bodies and sticks in front of the shot. However, offensively, Van Herway feels his team has missed out on numerous chances.
You've got to find a way in the offensive zone to finish, and we got to score by committing. When you've got 20 guys misfiring, we get into big trouble because we haven't got the 1 or 2 guys who can come through and score those goals for you. So
now looking to extend their winning streak to a season-high 5 games this Wednesday, the Border City bunch are full of confidence, but know they haven't played their best hockey as of late.
We've had some good ones and some bad ones, and we need to find a way to have more good ones than bad ones. And although we've been rewarded, you don't always get rewarded when you have efforts like we did tonight, and we can't keep hoping. We've got to find a way to play well and play well enough that we know we're going to get 2 points out of it.
It's a lot. We're going to hopefully carry that into Spruce Grove next week and get back at them and get a win and just keep this streak going.
Matt Schumont, Newcap Sports.
All right, thanks a lot, Matt. Let's move on to Junior B hockey. Well, the Lloydminster Bandits felt that they had a team that could be something special. Well, throughout the first 6 games, Bandits showed why, outscoring their opponents 38-13. They took on the Killam Wheat Kings on Saturday, improved to 7-0 by a score of 4-3. Anthony Renier had a pair of goals, while Chris Romanchuk continues to lead the way in the goal department with his 8th of the year. Cleystone Robert, he would also get another marker in the win. The Lloydminster Universal Heat cannot be stopped now. They're winners of 9 straight, and they welcomed Red Deer to town on Sunday. Goals from Logan Gainey, Chase Stevenson, along with a pair from Zane Franklin and Jansen Leslie, were more than enough. 6-0 was the final. All right, our attention turns to the Lakeland Rustlers, opening the volleyball season against the Nate Ooks. Now, just before the women's matchup, they did honor the team's accomplishments from last season, a silver medal performance during nationals, not too shabby. The Rustlers would dominate this one, especially on serve, as Nate struggled in what head coach Austin Dyer described as an unorthodox serve received by Nate. The Rustlers outclassed the Ooks, taking in straight sets 25-16, 25-19, and 25-18.
We trained a bunch against it this week as to what I thought could exploit that, and our serving definitely put them under a lot of pressure. They were out of system most of the match, and then that allowed our middle blockers to be able to read and release and set up a big block.
It was a game the Rustlers men did not want to lose. The Ooks and the Rustlers are most likely going to be fighting for the final spot in the playoffs. The Rustlers could not finish Nate in a seesaw battle in the first. They lose that set 31-29. Then Lakeland put themselves in a hole in the second, having to play catch-up. They would lose that set as well and eventually lose this one in straight sets, 31-29, 25-19, and 25-22.
3-0 was pretty disappointing. We should have been able to give them a little bit better than that. To be honest with you, coming in, I thought it was going to be the other way around, 3-0. But again, early start to the season, so guys maybe a little bit of jitters, and the end result wasn't what we were looking for.
On the soccer pitch, it was a bit of a disappointment for both teams. Now, the men needed a draw to qualify for the playoffs. Unfortunately, they did not get it, losing 3-0 to the St. Trojans. As for the women, they fell to St. as well by a score of 2-0 to end their season with 3 wins, 6 losses, and a draw. Now, the Rustlers men's basketball team wrapped up their exhibition season, dropping an 87-67 decision to the Grant McEwen Griffins. Manny Jones led the way for the Rustlers with 14 points. The ACAC season in basketball, that is, kicks off for both men's and women's teams this Friday night. They'll take on St. Mary's from Calgary.